Hello guys, this is our Nasdaq. I think we haven't checked it out in over 2 days now because we said we're just gonna wait a bit and just so that it plays out, because over the weekend on Sunday when we checked it out it didn't give us clear direction. So if we start from weekly we can see nothing much has changed. This is still the targeted area, so we still wish to go up there or at least to the trend line. Remember, you can't ignore the trend line. Just because your level is up there, it's your target. When you get here, this is still a point where you can exit your trades. And you can see last week, the candlestick from last week, it's a opposite color, which is more like the market just paused there. So if it goes up, this will be your new area of support. Then you can get an entry from that. If let's say the price goes up, let me show you. This is a pause, right? If the price goes up, this becomes support. And if it goes up, let's say it goes up to the level of the trend line, right? And then it comes down to this. Are we taking a buy from that, the support, or are we just gonna ignore it? I would say we'll be looking to buy. Those ones who are trading bigger time frames, they'll be looking to buy. Why? Because the price has been rejected from a weekly trend line. Now it has hit a weekly support. Remember, weekly versus weekly, these are just on the same time frame. So when you get, we're just gonna buy from this, sell from that, buy from this, up until one of them is broken. That's how we do it. If they are on the same time frame, we just mark the one above and one below. If the price is in between, this is the one below, this is the one above. So we're just trading in between until one of them is broken. Then I know I can identify resistance and look to sell in that direction where we got the breakout, for instance. Yeah, so let's check if there's any changes on daily, because remember on the weekend when we made the video, we were worried about this. That as much as we still have the room to go up to, remember on daily the target is this, as much as we still have a room to go there, but based on this we were like, I don't think this thing is just gonna go and take off, so let's just wait a bit. And even I think yesterday, I think it's probably yesterday when this happened, it was was it yesterday? Yeah, it could be yesterday or the day before. When this happened, I was like, you see, the bulls are not very convincing. I mean, how can they allow the bears to push the price back and leave them with the pin bar like that? And remember, this is on daily. We don't execute the pin bars on daily. They are too big. We only use the logic of, the method of putting this above on maybe H1 or H4, depending on how big the zone is. I mean, on daily, how can you trade a daily bar and put the stop loss there? How much are you risking here? So we don't do that on bigger time frames. But we can see that the price formed a pin bar and it went below the pin bar with this one. But then and when this formed, it broke whatever support here. I think it went slightly lower than it. If you check this compared with that, slightly lower than it. But even though it went lower, it was just undershooting. It failed to close there, but rather it went up and formed another pin bar. Now it's just confusing even worse here, because we are having a pin bar like this and then the next bar it's a pin bar like that. Who is winning now? Because this is saying bullish, this is saying bearish. So that's why I'm saying it is still not yet very clear as to like which direction we're gonna go from here. And if you remember, on H4 the trend line was broken, because this sideway move, it caused the price to go and play outside the trend line. Remember, our trend line was somewhere here, and now we are outside it. When we went outside it, this is the move that I said it broke this level here. The price has been trying, bouncing from there, playing above it, but here we did have the price going lower than that, which means this is sort of opening room for sellers. But can they maintain that? I doubt, because look what they did. When we did that move, we did have that, and we had this. And remember, we had a level here, which is the one that we discussed over the weekend when we made the video. We said, are we buying this level? Then I was like, it's risky, but you can see the price did react from it, and it went from it to until that point. It didn't touch that area of resistance, but it did have like a significant move, and then it came back and made a lower low. That's when it gave us this trend line here, right? And we broke what? Remember, we broke bullish, trend line broken, and support area removed. This one, because I'm saying we went lower than it, and this trend line that we had there was also broken. So it means the bears were sort of coming in. They are coming in, and their level is what? This. Their nearest level is this. But now the challenging part is that we are outside their trend line. So for the bulls to say they are coming back, for the bulls to reclaim their throne, they have to remove this. Yes, they removed the trend line, but remember, removing the trend line alone does not mean we are going into uptrend, because remember, for us to move from downtrend to uptrend, we need to remove trend line plus resistance. If we just remove one, we are in consolidation. And I said, when you're in consolidation, you are more than welcome to sell from this and exit from this and buy. You're more than welcome to do this until, if the space is big enough, until one of them is broken. Then you know you're no longer in consolidation. You'll be moving to a trend. To a trend. So if this is the price is moving in between this resistance and support, so you're more than welcome to look for selling there. Those ones who are trading maybe Puma M15 and their range is H4, they're trading maybe H4, H1, and M15. Their H4, it's the highest time frame on their sequence. They can say their highest time frame, the resistance has been hit. They are looking to sell, and they are going to exit there, and they can look to buy again. They're not gonna buy with the buy limits. They have to wait for confirmation, because of what? The trend line is not holding, so they're just going in either direction. Right, one. But on the guys that are trading bigger time frames, if your H4 is where you're taking trades, if you break this, if you can just break this, then it means you have broken the trend line and you have taken out the resistance. So it means you can just mark any area of support and look for and buy from there. But at the moment, if you're trading H4, you're still gonna have to wait, because there's been the past couple of days we have just been moving like this. It's only those ones who are trading smaller time frames that they've been getting trading opportunities for. But if you're executing from Puma H4 this week, the structure, look at last week. Last week we did have nice move. We did have like nice moves, but this week you're just doing that. So patience. So if you're trading H4, I'm saying just hope that you take this out. Then you can mark any support that you have and look to buy. But if you're trading with my M15, the current area, if you get a reason to sell, you can sell, but this should be enough for you to exit, and it should be at least double your stop loss. And then that's it. Let's go to H1 and see what's happening there. On H1, this is that level that I said those ones who are trading, the thing can look to sell. You have a pin bar there, but where are you gonna place your stop loss? So and on H1, the next support is here. So it's more like the space is quite small. So let's check M50. Maybe you'll have a different view from there. This price action this week, come on guys, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere at all. Things are not the movements this week, they are not very fruitful. They are not in either direction. You can see it's just so that's where you can have a lot of losses there, because the price is not moving, making strong impulse moves, right? So but the trend line on M15 should be passing from somewhere there. Maybe if the price comes down, if you feel like you are not getting a proper confirmation there for you to sell, and then you go down and you remove the support on M15 and the trend line is also removed, then you can look to sell from any resistance and hope that it will push down like that to what? Remember, we said your nearest area is what? If you're trading executing from this, it means you're going to exit there, because remember, you'll be trading H4 H1 and M15. We are executing here in the direction of this one, and you're going to exit. You can't ignore this. So this is where, if you get that reason to sell, you'll be targeting this, which is here. Yeah, I think that's it. But this week, I'm not things are not really giving us nice opportunities like last week. But I'll try make more videos, or while we're still waiting for this one to create proper opportunities. I'll just try and think of other topics that I can educate you on in the meantime while you're still waiting for this. But I do not want you to look forward to my videos, so that you can get what you can get. This is, let me just get this clear, so that you can get signals. No, I don't give signals. I do not give signals. That's why even in the future, even if I was to try and say, let me try and mentor people, I won't give them signals. I don't give signals, because that means you'll be depending on me. So now I prefer, I believe in what? Me teaching you how to trade, me teaching you, me saying, here I'm expecting something like this. I'm not going to say at this, maybe at this 12,800 price, 12,800, go and put a sell limit or go and do that. No, I'm not going to give you signals. You will come up with the signals yourself. I want you to have that confidence to say that, yeah, I think based on what we were taught, I think this is how I need to do it. This is where I'm going to come with the signal. You will come with the signals yourself. So I can mentor you and then get a membership. And then that's when I'll be saying, let's have a class, we have a discussion. And then, yeah, I want you to be able to come up with the signals yourself. All right, guys, I'll think of something else. Then I'll just make another video. I'll see you in the next one. For now, if you're trading M15, you know what you're doing. You're coming here. You're coming there. But for us, we're trading Wuma H1 and H4. We don't have anything, unfortunately. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Sharp, sharp.